Alright guys, welcome back to another training session. As you can see, we are now doing the tripod format because the last video of the longer form stuff did very well, and you finally get to see just how much taller Will is than me. For the record, I am 6'1". I'm 184 centimeters. Will is just a giant, so don't get it twisted. I'm not a short ass, alright? But today I am going to be hitting a strict press PB. So I've been working my pressing really hard recently, and today we're going to go for 1 or more reps of a new PB at 105 kilo. I'm pretty confident. A couple of weeks ago I did 102.5 for 2 reps, and I only really didn't get a third because I was really unstable on my feet. So I think today, if I manage to stay stable on my feet, we should definitely get at least 1 rep at the 105, if not more. And then I've got plenty of other pressing accessories to get done to build that pressing power. So it should be a really fun, solid pressing day. And I believe you've got deadlifts and horrible stuff.
Yeah, double pause deadlifts, which are always horrible. I think we're doing it like 210 kilos or something ridiculous.
Light week this is.
Yeah, this is light day. Heavy day is day after tomorrow. But yeah, double pause deadlifts, then 2 sets of 6 normal deadlifts, and then onto some heavy bench. So
Classic powerlifting program there.
pretty much.
Sorted. Well, in a couple of days' time, I'm going for a new deadlift PB. As you know, I'm on the road to a 300 kilo deadlift. We are going for 290 in a couple of days' time, and it'll be coming out in the next training session video. After this one, obviously we'll have a Friday talk in between those two, but I'm really hyped for it. So hopefully today we can hit a really solid new push press, not even push press, strict press PR, and get myself fired up and feeling strong, ready for that big deadlift. So I'm going to start getting warmed up, as is Will, and we're going to crack on. I never know whether or not to use safeties for overhead.
For PR you probably should.
But I'm not going to drop it.
Even if you do, you want it to land on something.
I feel like if I do that and then fumble, I can just like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. If you do drop it, you just
I do just drop it. To be
just leave
fair,
them like they are there, to be honest.
touch wood, I haven't failed anything in a very long time.
Yeah, because you get trained up to above your maximum.
Yeah. Last time I failed something was when I injured my back doing 270. Which
Yeah.
probably was absolutely fine, and we now hit ridiculous amounts
I
of...
can't remember the last time I failed anything.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Not strictly true.
You
Just every video on your channel.
don't fail every time, just every time you go for £600.
I failed 250 that one week.
That was an anomaly.
So that's the doing of a 12-hour shift, I think.
Yeah. Right, warm up time. I explained this issue in the last video, but my forearms, like my forearm to upper arm ratio is very off. So even though there's like a ton of space in there, it's really tight around my forearms.
You need to train biceps more.
No. But yeah, so it means that like my circulation starts getting cut off to the forearms without it providing that much support. But it's fine. Like, I wouldn't want to size up at all,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't want to size down at all.
Just stretch them a bit.
It doesn't really work like that.
It's breaking it.
Again, it doesn't really work like that. They're triple ply. But I did think about wearing them upside down.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
But also that seems horrendous.
If your forearms are bigger than your biceps, again, that's...
They're not bigger than my biceps.
Yeah, but if you flipped it around...
That's
that
true.
would-
That was bad. But they're not bigger than my biceps. Don't get me wrong, they're not bigger than my biceps. It's just because, yeah, obviously the elbow sleeves are smaller at one end than they are at the other. And my forearms are bigger than you'd expect for my bicep size.
That's the issue I have with my quads and my calves. And knee sleeves.
Yeah, that's fair. The hardest part about strict press warm-up is like getting the flexibility in my shoulders to like have it be comfortable. Because like without any weight on it, it hovers at my chin, whereas with weight I can get it a bit further down. You just got to lock it into the lats and then just go bang. Oh.
Feeling warm?
Huh?
Feeling warm?
No. I just physically can't wear anything longer than short sleeved for anything really. Especially for pressing, I have to wear a tank top. I don't know why, it just feels like 10 times nicer without sleeves. This is the difficult bit about both of us doing different exercises.
What?
Well, the fact that like both of us loading just creates that annoying corner.
True.
And also both of us lifting has to be like alternate as well.
At least I'm just basically using 25s.
Yeah, and I can't. Because again, for all of the comments, who comment saying that I'm using fake weights or whatever because I'm using tiny plates, these are all 10s and I have to use them because the ceiling in here is really low. Will can't even overhead press at all. Can't even lock out without any weight. And I've got just enough room to be able to use the 10s on overhead.
Yeah.
So they look really unimpressive, but the weight is the same.
Just cartoon barbell.
It does get to the air. They just need to be big globes and then people will be like, oh, that is impressive. Right, let me do my set. Where's my wrist wraps? I feel like with strict press, around 70 is also the tell.
Yeah.
If it's going to go well. Like with bench, it's 100.
I like you 120 depending on how heavy you're going.
I only ever go 120. So like, 100 for me is like, is bench going to feel good?
Yeah.
70 strict press, 100 log, like 90 log, 190 log.
170 deadlift.
170 deadlift and squat for me. 150 for you.
And 150 squats just feels horrible regardless usually.
Yeah, but it still feels good. Squats are supposed to feel horrible, so if they're feeling horrible in a good way, then that's fine.
That's true.
Yeah, it is feeling good. I'm feeling much more stable than I was the other week.
So you're not moving around much.
Yeah. Well, we'll see as I get heavier. Hopefully I won't rush it. Right, you're all set.
My last warm up.
Last warm up for Will.
People always find it really funny when I deadlift in a plaid shirt. I don't know why.
It's manly, that's why.
I got a comment a couple of weeks ago. I was like, "Bro, pulled my deadlift max in a plaid shirt." I was like, "What does that mean?"
They don't understand how cold it can get in here.
Yeah. I'm surprised I'm not wearing a beanie, to be honest.
I know, it is cold. I forgot it was double pause, so I thought you were really struggling for no reason. But no, that makes sense.
I was struggling.
Yeah. Right. I've got one more warm up, then it's your top set, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, final warm up. 90 kilo. Hopefully feels comfy.
Just doing it for one.
No, triple. Because I always do 5, 3, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah. But
with strict press I only ever get time to do 5 and 3.
Clicks on every rep now.
I do every time with strict press. I don't know what it is with strict press. Doesn't happen on bench, doesn't happen on push press. But with strict press, every single rep, both my elbows click every time. Not sure what it is. It's the only exercise that it does it on. Like no incline bench, no pin press.
Maybe because it's just pure tricep blocking out rather than.
But even with like pin press and bench press and everything,
True.
doesn't do it. It's only on strict press.
Weird.
Yeah, right. I'm going to lock in now. I've got 105 top set. I'm going to put music on so there'll be music over the music to cover the copyright. which is the main reason why I put music in these videos sometimes. Will, you've got your top set.
Yeah.
So are you going to do that after my top set or before?
Yeah, I'll go after.
After, cool. Right, so next thing you guys will see is me attempting the strict press PR and then Will doing his horrendous top set. So sit back, it's time to lock in. I didn't mean to. I went a bit. I went a bit zoned out there. I literally said it earlier in the video. I'm going to do that, and I just did it. I mean, it's fine. Give yourself all. Well, I thought I'd interject here before Will goes for its top set, just to talk about how mind-boggling that set was. Like, my pressing this last week has been fantastic. I mean, you saw in the last video we did log and the close grip bench, and the close grip bench caught me off guard with how good that felt. And now strict press, I'm getting a new PB weight that I've never touched before for 4 really solid reps. Like, genuinely felt super, super good. I know I lost it on the re-rack. It's because when it came down a bit too low on my chest, and I've never done that before. As I said in the intro to the video, you don't need safeties on overhead, I could just put it back in the rack. Clearly I couldn't, and I promise you that was not for the video at all. That was completely like an accident, and it was just hilarious that we prefaced it earlier on completely randomly, but I'm really pleased with how that felt. The pressing felt super, super strong, and I still feel pretty fresh after that, which is really good going into next year where we've got some pretty heavy pressing coming up in competitions. It's fantastic that even when I've been solely focused on getting my deadlift up to 300, that my pressing and everything else is coming along with it. It's really good that we're keeping that skill up as well. So I am going to have a little bit of a rest now before we go into the next set of exercises, which are going to be the Spoto bench press and high incline close grip bench press, just to finish off our chest and triceps. But without further ado, let's jump into Will's top set of 210 double pause deadlifts. So both of our top sets done now.
Yep.
Mind out. I'm moving on to, as I said, Spoto bench press or Spoto bench press, however you want to say it. This one, if you don't know already, you pause an inch off the chest and never touch the chest whatsoever. It's a bit like the bench press's answer to the RDL, really.
Yeah.
Like, you never touch the floor on the deadlift for an RDL, and same with this, you never touch the chest on the bench press, so it is a Spoto bench press, and they are pretty good, to be fair. I quite like them. They do suck a bit, and I'll tell you what, I feel my chest on them. Actually, I never feel my chest on any exercise ever, including regular bench.
Yeah.
Is that on the wrong setting?
It was.
Ah, perfect, cool. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. Will is doing bench press, but he's got first off a load of back off sets, don't you?
Yeah, I've got 2 sets of 6 on deadlifts now, so I'll just join on bench press after you finish, basically.
Yeah, when I'm doing high incline, it's going to be a bit annoying, but
yeah,
that is the wonder of being in a home gym where you've only got one rack. I mean, at least we've got 2 bars, or 3 bars actually.
That's true.
Because if we only had the 1 bar, then it was, well, when we used to have 1 bar, it was like we do the same session, or that's it. But now we can actually work around each other quite well, but it's not going to get in the way, is it?
Nah, it'll be fine.
Sure?
Well, usually we just move it over a bit, but We've done it before.
Yeah. To be fair, if you've got bench straight after your 2 back off sets,
Yeah.
I might just wait for you to finish your back off sets.
True.
So it's not in the way.
That's a good point. It's just 2 sets of 6.
Yeah, you can bang them out in under a minute.
Don't know about that.
No rest.
I do need to get them done pretty quick though.
Yeah. Right, so that is the plan. We're also going to do 2 back off sets. And then we will get into, for me, the Spoto bench, and for you, just regular bench?
Mid grip. But I'm just going to do normal.
Mid grip. What is mid grip? You either get your normal grip or you get your close grip. No, there's no mid grip. It's just doesn't exist.
Seems like a bit of a waste of time, but oh well. Bench is fine anyway.
But my mid grip is essentially my close grip.
Basically, instead of having my index finger on the ring, I've got my middle finger on the ring. Which
So for me, when I've got my middle finger on the ring anyway,
you do your
but that is
Ring
my close
finger.
grip.
So yeah.
Because your close grip basically has to be closer than your normal grip, but not so close that you're compromising your wrists. So for me on close grip, it's a thumb away from the middle. The same grip that I do on my overhead actually is my close grip bench grip. Which
That's why overhead's so good, yeah.
it might explain why after close grip went so well on Friday that I've smashed a new PB on overhead, because it is the same grip. It probably has.
Yeah.
It's probably got a part to play, to be honest.
You'd think so. You'd hope so.
Well, something's working. I'm doing something right, so I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time, but
Yeah.
it works. So
Just do what coach says.
do what coach says. Try and understand it as much as I can and pass it off to you guys as well. But yes, Spoto bench coming up next. How are your back props, William?
I mean, they move quick, to be fair. But 2 sets of 6 at any weight's a bit awful.
I realised I didn't film them. That was completely by accident. But
Yeah, that's fine. Which 25s are we putting on?
metal, very easy.
Yeah.
I got this one. So there we go. Do you want 70 or are you going to go straight with 100?
I'll do 70 quick.
Cool. This one does not want to move. Again, home gym problems. This corner is always really annoying to navigate.
I have the pleasure of not deadlifting for another 48 hours.
Classic. It's crazy how you see like different people's approaches. Like for me, I only ever do deadlift and squat once a week. Only ever have done.
Yeah.
And I get a really good benefit out of it. Yet with you, when you were doing it once a week, you stagnated, and then when you do it twice a week, you do really well.
Yeah, I'm on a bench 4 times a week. It goes nuts.
Yeah, but I mean, I press twice a week, but
It's just the
No,
recovery
yeah.
side, which is difficult.
yeah, I can imagine. Oh, right. 70 for you.
I'll just get it down. I'm not going to bother with straps.
Oh. That's why you snap your wrist. Now, you guys may be wondering why I'm not warming up for bench, and it's just because my shoulders and triceps are already warm from the overhead, so I don't feel like I need to start right from scratch. I am going to do 100 as just a warm up, just feel it out, but everything's pretty warm, pretty groovy, and to be like warm ups really should just make you feel warm, and once you're warm, everything's gelled. Then it's more important about doing like feeler sets, just to feel heavy weights in the movement patterns. Now that's not me saying that when you're like deadlifting, squatting, going for a run to warm you up and then jumping into your 1 rep max is a good idea. You still need to start from fairly light and work your way up because your body needs to get used to pressing, pulling and squatting heavy stuff. But with pressing, I've already pressed heavy things, so my body's already primed for pressing heavy things. So when we move into an accessory like this, I don't need to start from scratch again. I can start midway through my warm-up schedule of like 100 and then just feel it out until the top set. So do a set of like sort of 4 to 5, not 45, 4 to 5 of 100 kilo Spoto. feel it out, and then we'll move into the top set. So. Shouldn't be any problem, wasn't any problem. Felt good, feeling warm. Chest has felt a bit of heavyweight now, so top set time. Happy to jump, or you need to do 100, don't you?
I do need to do 100, yeah.
Yeah, so you crack on and do that.
It's also mental that I've done this for 19.
That is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever gone. Have I did a similar thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many I did.
Also, you know I did 140 for 6, which is
Yeah.
mental. That was after doing that for 19.
That's a warm up and a half, isn't it?
I was peak powerlifting in a deload week
Yeah.
while I was fully rested.
Will doesn't know what it is to be fully rested anymore.
No. Not even regarding gym, just in general.
Yeah.
I need to put my Crocs in sports mode.
Right, let's get a 125 on there. Always looks so impressive with these metal plates. Like,
32 plates.
yeah, everyone thinks they're 20s as well, so they think this is like 105 whenever I post it anywhere. But no, they're 25, which makes it 125. But it does look less than impressive, to be honest, but yeah, we know what the weight is. That's all that matters. Well, Spoto bench, for me, again, way better than expected. I don't know what's happened to my pressing this week, but I managed to get 130 for 2 sets of 6 after doing 125 for 1 set of 6. Which was insane, really. It was really good. I was very pleased with that. So the pressing hasn't finished now. As I mentioned, I've got high incline close grip, but you're all done with bench now.
Yep, I've got tempo hamstring curls.
Lovely. Well, to save Will's dignity, I won't film him doing tempo hamstring curls, because it is probably the worst thing you can film for anyone, really, isn't it?
Worst thing you can do.
Yeah, it's not great. So, yeah, you'll focus on me doing my high incline shoulder press next, which is currently a substitute for dumbbell shoulder press, because we've got to the point now where our dumbbells just aren't good enough for pressing overhead. They're fine for bench, but having to launch them up to your shoulders when they're the big loadable ones is just an accident waiting to happen, isn't it? So
yeah.
I spoke to Lars and we've substituted them for this, which isn't as good because you're not getting the unilateral you know, shoulder stuff, but realistically, you're not missing out on too much. The main thing is getting weight through the shoulders and triceps at the end of the pressing portion of the session, just to finish it off. And this one is one that you definitely need safeties on, because you don't want to crush yourself with it, do you? So definitely safeties on this one. I mean, in hindsight, probably should have put safeties on the other one, which I was not expecting to happen. But yeah, this is very simple, really. Just sit down, close grip it up, and then just high incline bench press. So it's basically a shoulder press with a little bit of upper chest in there. It's pretty nasty. I never do these particularly heavy because I find it really hard to find my line with these, so I need to be able to sort of muscle it up if I get out of line. But it's still going to be fairly heavy, 90 kilo, possibly up to 95. Sets of 6 to 10, so it is pretty high volume, but that is the last bit of pressing I'm going to do for today, and then it's just some shoulder health stuff. So it's been a very solid session so far, so let's keep it up, let's keep up the momentum, and let's get it done. So that went well. My triceps well and truly gave out by the third set that you didn't see. Did 90 kilo for 10 and then 95 for 2 6s, which is pretty nasty. And then as you can see now, I got face pulls to finish off, and doing it with the band for me is easier than trying to faff around with our cable setup, but also really burns. So 3 sets of 15, I think that's about 15. I wasn't counting, but yeah, it's just a fantastic finisher on shoulder day when you're all so pumped up in your front and side delts and your triceps, and you just want to finish off your rear delts so you're well and truly fried. It's the best way to finish off a shoulder day. So I thought I'd give the outro while I do this set of face pulls, because that is the end of the session. Again, another longer form session for you guys. They seem to be doing quite well, so going to keep it up. As I mentioned, the next training session, you will see we will be going for the big 290 deadlift, the last heavy pull before hopefully doing 300 in a couple of weeks time. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please go down below, leave a like and leave a comment whether you are enjoying these longer form, more waffly type videos of my training, or you want me to go back to the quick style that you had before. Had a big positive reception in the last video, so gonna keep it up for the time being anyway. And how about that PB, eh? 105 for 4 reps. I don't know where it came from. I'm still in shock about it, but it felt really, really good. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, go down below, click subscribe, check out all of my other videos. And if you want to go above and beyond, remember there is the members only section where we do other videos every week about some more niche training, more waffle, just extra channel stuff, and it is the best way to support the channel. But a subscription is much appreciated if you can't do that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Toby, and I'll see you in the next video where we pull 290 kilo.